Hi, this is Joanne Meyer. I will show you how to make two variants of the 3D robot on wheels. To build the robot, use the patterns of the rectangular prism and the hexagonal prism that you find in the free document of the previous video. Let's start with the first variant of the robot. In this case, I shifted the head with respect to the body. It's off-centered. I use buttons to represent the eyes and the mouth of the robot. I will also use buttons of different sizes and different colors to represent a control panel. In my bag of buttons, I found pink buttons in the shape of leaves. I will glue them on either side of the robot's head to represent the ears. I make a hole in the top of the head to be able to insert a single antenna this time. I take a piece of pipe cleaner that I bent in a circle and I glue it on top of the hexagonal prism. Then I make holes for the arms. I cut two pieces of pipe cleaner that I fold in a zigzag and then I glue them in place. For the wheels, I decided to use a cork that I cut into 4 slices. Children should seek help from an adult to cut the cork. To decorate the wheels, I glue a button in the center of each slice. Then I glue the wheels on either side of the robot's body. Be careful to align the wheels so that the robot is level. I also want to add jet engines to the robot. To represent the jet engines, I have 2 small pieces of tube that I wrap with foil. I glue each tube to the rear of the robot. To represent the flames coming out of the engines, I use 2 different colors of pipe cleaners. I could also have represented the flames with colored tissued paper or construction paper. For another variant of the robot, I decided to use beads to represent the robot's face. In my treasure box, I find large silver sequins that I will use as headlights on the front of the robot. And then I glue a piece of paper as a silver radiator grille. This is obviously my interpretation. And I decided to represent the arms with grippers at the ends. For each arm I use half a pipe cleaner and a smaller piece of pipe cleaner. I attach the little piece to the end of the pipe cleaner to form a gripper. And then I glue both arms to the front of the robot. Again, I place a single antenna on the top of the head. This is half a pipe cleaner ending in a circle. For the wheels, I will use plastic stopper from bottle of sparkling wine. What is interesting with these stoppers is that they are notched, and that gives them the appearance of all-terrain wheels. To add something interesting, I glue a large silver sequin to represent the hubcap of each wheel. You may wonder why I have 8 corks. I have a little surprise for you with this robot. I put glue on the elongated portion of each stopper and I glue them under the rectangular prism with a notched part protruding on the sides. The other 4 stoppers will serve as wheels for an additional wagon. Glue the stoppers in the same way as for the robot. You will find the pattern of the wagon in the document that accompanies this video. To create the wagon, proceed in the same way as for the rectangular prism, but the last face of the prism remains open. To attach the wagon to the robot, cut a strip of construction paper that you glue to both sides. You can then fill the wagon with various objects. In my case, I decided to borrow some Legos from my sons. Why not use the creepers at the front of the robot? I make them hold 2 Legos, just for fun. So, there you have 2 additional models of robots. If you create robots, send me your pictures and I will publish your creations on my blog. I am sure you can produce unique and original creations. To print the illustrated instructions and pattern for this project, click on the link below the video.